What's going on? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Well, this is your boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. So on today's video, there's going to be a top-down analysis or a review, which I always used to do before, but I kind of like got intuited, like I kind of got like disturbed in a way, so I kind of like stopped doing those reviews, which I always did on any trading pair. So on today's video, we're gonna be having a review on the NAS top-down analysis. We're gonna be starting from the monthly time frame all the way to the hourly or the 15-minute. We're gonna be looking for potential direction, for potential market direction for at least 6 months or for the whole year. You understand me? I repeat, we're going to be looking for potential direction for 6 months or at least a year. I did this video last year, so I think I'm going to do it again. So without further ado, let's just have less camping and more action. You feel me? So let's start off on the monthly. Let's start from the monthly time frame and try and see everything that happened last year and what might happen this year. Before me, so please bear with me, please bear with me, please bear with me. Yeah. So my laptop kind of slow. I don't even know how the fuck she doing this, man. I don't even know how the fuck she doing this. Okay, let me try and do this. Yeah, because every time I blur my background, it it don't work the way I want it to work. You feel me? So yeah, we're on the monthly time frame right now. So let's look at what happened last year before we can look at what might happen this year. So looking at last year from December 2021 up and until December 2022, which is like a whole year, right? So December 2021 had price trying to push or price trying to break the previous higher high. But unfortunately, price couldn't break the previous higher high and closed as a and closed with a small body and a long wick candle. You understand me? And the coming candle on January 2022, I was looking for what? To be honest, I was looking for continuations to the upside because Nasdaq has been bullish all this while, right? But unfortunately, price did what? Pushed to the downside. So now when I now started looking at this bullish depletion and bear momentum from smaller time frames, all I was looking for, or all I wanted to indicate my trade from it was if the first candlestick of the year closes bullish, we might have, if the first candlestick of the year closes bearish, we might have a higher chance of price continuing bearish the whole year. You understand me? Which was one of my analysis, one of my takes, which I had in the back of my mind. If we have a candlestick closing bullish or bearish for the whole year, we might have a continuation of that direction, which was what I had in the back of my mind. So when the candlestick closed bullish, when the candlestick closed bearish, all I was looking for, it was for continuations to the downside. I repeat, once the candlestick closed bearish, all I was looking for, it was for continuation to the downside. Never mind the zones which I did lay out. Those zones, you guys know them. It's the zones which I've been trading with for the past like 3 to 4 years. I've been using them to analyze the NAS. I didn't remove them, but I did reframe them and make them be a bit firmer from every zone which price was tapping on. So we know that like price had a bear move to the downside the whole fucking year, right? So once price pushed to the downside for the whole year, we now, so looking at the candlestick from October, from the October candlestick, price started having rejections. November candlestick, we have a rejection. December candlestick, we have a rejection. And 2023 candlestick for this year, we are still having a rejection. So with this rejections, which I see from the monthly time frame, this is the first indication for me on this rejections right there. The support, you can say that it's a support. I call the zone a support zone because price has been tapping on the zone for more than one time, right? So price has been tapping off the zone and moving off and moving from the zone. So with this current price candlestick, which I'm looking at, if this candlestick closes bullish, I might anticipate what a bullish continuation. But to why am I looking for bullish continuations? Because we've been having multiple rejections from our support zone, with candlesticks opening bearish, closing bullish, opening bearish, closing bullish. This one opened bearish and closed bearish, but closed above our support zone, right? So with this January candlestick, we had a bear open. Now price is trading bullish above our previous resistance. So this is like one confirmation to why am I looking to be bullish on the NAS. You understand me? I repeat, this is one confirmation into why am I looking to be bearish on the NAS. You understand me? So my direction from the monthly time frame is, once we're having multiple rejections and once we have a bullish close above our previous highs, I might anticipate that like price might be looking to tap some previous zones before we can look forward for a cleaner like reversal. For instance, if price closes above the zones, I might look forward for that retest before it can continue to the upside. Or if price taps to some previous zones and falls to break, I might look forward for potential reversal or that continuation to the downside. Because if we can look at how price has been moving in high highs, in lower lows, and in lower highs, but they're not firm, they're not like perfect as we anticipate they would be, or they're not the way we're looking for them to be. So my take from the NAS on the monthly time frame is, if price tries closing above previous resistance or previous highs, I might anticipate what continuation to the upside, not a reversal to the upside to go look for those new highs. I just look for what continuation to the upside to see if we are going to break previous highs or will we fail to break previous highs. Understand? So looking at the weekly time frame, so on the weekly time frame, right? So looking at the weekly time frame, we can tell that like price has been also bouncing off our support. Now I'm not focusing on the overall. I'm just looking at what current price, right? I'm just looking at current price. Price has been tapping off the zone. Before we had the support, we were having the zone as our support, right? Pushing, tapping, pushing, and then it broke out, and then it started trading above, traded below. Now it's trading above, right? So price has been tapping off our resistance, right? Off our support, like 1, 2, 3, and then it moved. So now, because now I'm not trying to look at the overall to say what has been happening, but I'll be focusing on what might happen, what might potentially happen, right? So let's look at this, right? So we're having those highs right there. Those highs are just some type of highs which I didn't print out very well, but I just like laid out because I was just using them to analyze and look for potential direction on the markets, right? So let's look at this. Price has been tapping off support. That's a fact. You need to buy support. This is what I always say on my videos. This is what I always talk about on my videos. Please buy support. Please sell resistance. Please buy support. Please sell resistance, right? So now, because now we're having price trading below, because now we have price trading above our resistance, but not above some previous highs, which was like price has been breaking out, breaking in, breaking out, breaking in, right? So now what I'm just looking for from the weekly time frame, because now price has printed out our major support. We now have our new major support right there from the monthly, the weekly, from the monthly and the weekly. You understand me? This is our new support. Price has moved off our support, right? So in order to confirm continuations to the upside, can we at least get price trading above our highs or above our current price highs right there? Can we get price trading above those highs and anticipate what a continuation to the upside? Because we did do what we did create our resistance, and now reacting from our resistance. So from the weekly time frame, I'm just looking forward for price to close above highs. I'm just waiting for price to close above highs. I repeat, I'm just waiting for price to close above highs. I'm waiting for price to close above highs to confirm my second reason into why am I looking to be bullish on the Nasdaq. First reason, we're having multiple rejections from the monthly time frame, and the monthly time frame has been failing to close below our support. Second thing is from the weekly time frame, price has been tapping on support, and price has been reacting and respecting support. Now, in order to confirm our continuations to the upside, can we at least get price trading above our highs? You understand me? With price trading above our highs, that might be the second confirmation into why am I looking to be bullish on the Nasdaq. The third one, from the weekly time frame, from the daily time frame. So looking at the daily time frame now, let's look at this, people. Everything that I'm doing, people, it's what I'm also learning from. Everything that I'm analyzing right now, I'm also looking to take potential trades from it, right? So let's look at this. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we started moving sideways, right? So obviously with this, I'm just simply going to do what? I'm just simply going to do what? To do this, right? So now let's just look at this, people. Let's look at this firmly. Let's look at this firmly. Let's look at this firmly, right? This is our first touch. This is our second touch, but it didn't touch. This is our third touch. This is our fourth. This is our fifth with a breakout. You understand me? The third reason into why am I looking to be bullish on the Nasdaq, it's because price broke out of our resistance, our diagonal resistance, or our break wall, or our resistance break wall. I don't know what you guys call it. I'm just saying this is a bullish, this is a trend line. This is a bear trend line, and we have a bullish trend line, right? So price has broke out of our trend line. Price has broke out of our break wall. Price has violated our diagonal resistance, right? So this is my third confirmation. Price has a breakout of our trend line, or our break wall, or our diagonal resistance, right? So obviously with price breaking out, so once price breaks out of a trend, just know that we are looking for what? A potential new trend. I repeat, once price breaks out of a trend, we are looking for a potential new trend, right? That's a fact. This is just like textbook Forex, right? This is textbook Forex. Right? We're having a breakout of our what? Of our break wall. That's a fact. So obviously with price breaking out right there, and with price trading below our some of our highs right there, like this high and this high right there. It's just like two highs, but I'm just making it sketchy so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm just making it sketchy so you can see what I'm talking about. We're also having this high. So now we have our first confirmation. The monthly time frame has been bouncing off our support. Our second confirmation, the weekly time frame has created a new major support. The third confirmation is price broke out of our resistance, of our break wall, or diagonal resistance. So with those three confirmations, right, the only thing that I'm looking for now is to go to what? To intraday time frames. Intraday time frames. What are intraday time frames? Intraday time frames are like our 4-hour, our hourly, our 30-minute, our 15-minute, our 5-minute, right? Because of what's happening within the day. So now, because I now have my 3 confirmations from the major, from hard time frames, the monthly, the weekly, the daily. Let's hop into the 4-hour and to see what we have in store. So now let's look at this now. Let's just keep an eye. Let's just keep a close and mindful eye on this one. Understand me? So looking at the weekly time frame, looking at current price had a push, exhaustion, and a push and continuing to the upside. Understand me? Some type of W formation. This is like a W formation, right? So obviously with a W formation, when I now look at what's happening right there, right? Because I now know what happens on the weekly, the monthly, and the daily. Looking at the 4-hour. From the 4-hour, because now we're looking forward for our signals. Let's look forward for price breaking the highs, and continuing to the upside. Because I now know what am I looking for from the monthly, what are we looking for from the weekly, what are we looking for from the daily. You understand me? So what's happening on the 4-hour, it's that we just need to see how price will react to our intra-day time frame or intraday zones, right? Like the highs which I did circulate, this first high, prices reacting from this high, right? 1, 2, pushing to the downside, coming back for the third time, we're looking for continuation to the downside, unless we get a breakout. So now let's repeat this. The monthly time frame. From the monthly time frame, we're having what? We're having price failing to break our support. The weekly time frame, we're having what? We're having multiple rate rejections from our support, and we're having price reacting from our support 3 times. The daily time frame, price broke our what? Our break wall, right? Price broke our break wall with a what? A third confirmation of a possible reversal, right? Sorry. So from everything that's happening from the 4-hour, we're just looking for what? For those zones or those levels or those key levels, which we're looking for what? For price to either trade above or fail to break and trade below, and look for those continuations to the downside. But if price trades above those zones, then we are having a clean confirmed, and we are having more than 4 confirmations into why we need to be bullish on the Nasdaq. You understand me? I repeat, monthly time frame, price has been failing to break our support. Opening bullish, opening bearish, closing bullish, opening bearish, closing bullish. The weekly time frame, price has multiple week rejections on our weekly time frame, and price has reacted from our weekly time frame more than 3 times. From the daily time frame, price broke out of our diagonal break wall or our diagonal resistance trend line, confirming a potential reversal. The 4th one is we waiting for price to either trade above those zones which we're looking to take bullish trades from, or will we trade below those zones in anticipation of price having a strong zone and failing to break the zone and continue to the downside. People, like, I even feel like I'm not explaining the way I'm explaining, the way I always explain my stuff, and the way I always explain my shit. But let's just bear in mind, and let's keep one thing in mind. You understand me? Nasdaq, it's not the right time to be bullish on the Nasdaq. I repeat, this is not the right time to be bullish on the Nasdaq. Technically, this might be the right time. Technically, when we're looking at technical analysis, this might be the right time. But let's look at fundamental analysis. We're still having high inflation. We're still having the war. We're still having like major tech stocks breakdowns. So understand me, like they're still falling off. We're having price cuts, we're having job cuts. We're just having so much fundamentals which are not making us have clear signs into why we need to be bullish. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, Nasdaq is controlled by what? By Tesla, Netflix, like all the US tech stocks, all the big 100 US tech stocks in America, they control the Nasdaq. And when we analyze all those big tech stocks, it's not the right time to put your money to work on those stocks if it's not the right time for you to put money on tech stocks, why would it be the right time for you to put your money into indices? Why would it be the right time for you to put your money to work on indices? I repeat this. It's not the right time to put your money to work on tech stocks. Why would it be the right time for you to put your money to work on indices? You understand me? So this is just my top-down analysis. I don't want to go to the hourly because I now have more than enough information into why am I looking to be bullish or be bearish. You understand me? This is my top-down analysis. This is my Nasdaq review. We're looking for potential direction for the coming 6 or the whole year. We just don't know. All we just have to do is to just plan our trades, trade our plans, stick to our analysis, and stick to our trading plans. And that gonna be it. That's all I got on this video, people. That's